Hey, welcome to the program. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. The 4 pillars of a healthy home: the structure, the ecosystem, your body, and your emotional and spiritual well-being all make up those 4 pillars. And if we don't take care of those, the roof comes a-tumbling down. Well, we've got a lot of things going on. We're coming into the fall Christmas season.
Yeah, it's like
holiday
80
season
days
already.
or something.
Unbelievable.
I was going to look it up. I bought wrapping paper the other day.
Oh, that's the last thing you need is
No, it's
wrapping paper.
themed.
My
It's themed
God.
every year. It's themed paper every year because it has to look
If our house ever, a spark ever came into the
Shush!
mansion, it'd go up in flames because we have no shortage of wrapping paper. Okay, what do we got for events coming up?
We have charcuterie board making.
Okay.
Okay.
What's a charcuterie board again?
A wooden board that you put cheeses and grapes and meats, and you make the salami into a flower, and it looks pretty, and yeah. And so we
Does
have.
it taste better then?
Yes. We have one in Eagan at the mansion and one in Waconia.
Okay.
And then
Where in Waconia?
At Teresa's house.
Okay, that doesn't tell the listening audience
I know.
anything.
It's on the website, ourhealthyhomes.com. Click on the events tab and check them out. That's how you share the link and RSVP. And that's $35, and you get to learn how to make one, and you get to take it home.
You get the actual charcuterie board.
Yes, and the food.
Handmade.
Handmade by you, yep.
No,
And-
I mean the board is handmade.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, it is handmade by Wild Bill.
Well, I don't have those yet.
Okay.
Okay. And so we have 2 of those. We have a will and estate planning talk again because that was so popular last time, and it's an important topic, obviously. Again, in
Be sure you register for that because that gets full.
yeah, and on the real estate side, it's horrible for us agents on that side when they don't have their
Ducks in a
paperwork.
row.
Yeah, done. And then we go to Ecuador, and then when we come back,
And what's in Ecuador? What is that farm?
Ecuador is the Langalang Ocotillo, and Ocotillo is one oil that we use to reduce our blood sugars.
Oh,
And Langalang is good for many things, and there's one other plant. I can't remember which one they distill there. We'll find out.
okay.
And then they have a spa, so we're gonna get spa'd up. Vitamin IVs and things like that, and so that's gonna be just a well-needed, restful retreat for us. And then we come back, and then we're geared up into the holidays. So we've got 2 painting option classes for you.
What's that mean?
The instructor comes and you paint this picture. One is the Christmas red truck with a tree hanging out of it.
Okay.
And then the other one is like a gnome with like Grinch hands. And so then it's $35, and she
All your
teaches,
paint supplies are provided
everything.
for you, and then she'll coach you through the painting process, and you can create your own art thing to hand down through the
Easier than you
generations.
think.
Yeah.
And then requested by one of our clients is the Christmas exchange cookie Christmas exchange. So you bring 3 dozen cookies, and you go home with 3 dozen, just a different variety.
Okay,
And
mix
I
and
will
match.
have some gluten-free options as well. Yeah.
Well,
So-
you won't go home with 3 dozen because a bunch of them are going to get eaten.
Yeah, maybe 2 dozen by the time we use some as samples and tasting and that kind of thing. And that's a fun Friday night event to do.
Yeah.
And of course, I'll have, cute containers to take them home in and all that good stuff. So ourhealthyhomes.com, click on the events tab. There is a share button on there for each event. So you can click the share button and then just copy that link. And then that's the link that you can send to your friends and share just that event if you want to make it easy for them.
Fabulous.
All right. Okay, so how did we even get into this whole world of natural health and all these natural products, right? You were in the hospital, I had a cold, and our friends came to see you in the hospital, and she's like, Sheila, you need some Thieves. And I was some what? And she said, here, you need this Thieves oil, right? And so I used it. Now for the listeners, I was that person that had the flu every single year, like days before Christmas. Took me down for 10 days, and I have not been like that since we started this natural path. there's changes, there's progress. It's a long haul. Right? It's a lifestyle, right? So it started with a bottle of Thieves oil for me,
Mm-hmm.
and people start it with many different products, right? So today I wanted to take us through our home thieves workshop class, if you will. So if you came to the house or to the class, this is kind of the information that we go through. And we do have a guide put together. So you can ask me for the guide and I'll shoot it out to you, either email or mail, whichever one you would prefer. And so we're going to just go through this today,
Okay.
and so you can get an idea of what a workshop looks like, and like how fun we make it. And so we always say a sparkly home and a clean home is a happy home. And so we don't need to have all those chemicals in the home. We can switch it over to all natural, and there are some dirty truths behind household cleaning products, and we have a tendency as a society to think that because it's in the store it's okay for us, like FDA has said it's okay,
Giving
right?
it the blessing.
Right. And I don't know if you've ever gone down that aisle at the grocery store that has all of the laundry detergents and the cleaning products.
Got to hold your breath.
It's nasty, and I invite you to do it, and I invite you to pay attention,
Mm-hmm.
because if you don't smell it, we really
You
need
got a
to
problem.
talk.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure, we really need to talk. So as we use those cleaning products every day, your body is exposed to all of the toxic chemicals in there, right? And so why should we care about those chemicals, right, in our cleaning products? And so they can have an impact on your health just like smoking can. So I always say I didn't know that using my cleaning products was like smoking 20 cigarettes a day, and that's a damn.
That's like a pack of cigarettes. You don't have to say 20. It's a pack of cigarettes. 20.
Was it really 20? I
20
don't
in a pack.
remember.
I think it's 20 in a
Why
pack.
did I think it was 30?
I don't know.
Okay, well, whatever. A pack of
A
cigarettes.
pack of cigarettes.
Okay,
Sounds
right.
better.
Yeah, a pack of cigarettes. They have a picture there of the
Yep,
pack of cigarettes.
pack of cigarettes.
And they do say smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
There you
well,
go.
There you go.
Give me 5.
Right, exactly. I'll give you 5. And so many of the toxins in the cleaning products, they also invade our bodies, right? And so we need to just be aware of what we're using and how that's playing a role in our health. Because we're talking about the Thieves cleaning products, did you want to share that story of the gal you
Sure.
talked to? Okay.
The story of the gal I talked to.
The child that went to school, the anger. Did you want to share that story? Because that's all
oh, yeah.
about
Okay.
this.
Okay.
It's all about what we're talking about today.
So you kind of sprung it on me.
I did kind of. Well, that's what it's about, right?
Right.
It's about springing things on you.
So there was there's a gal who's a Crossline Young Living member, and she's got a successful practice, and I said, well, what got you going into it? I'm always curious about people's stories, about what got them started in it and how they got their business started up. And she said, well, her child has had ADD, had this, that, on the spectrum, and having just a lot of trouble in school, couldn't focus, and just always the phone would ring. It'd be the school calling. She'd go, oh, what's going on today? Because it was like every day. So she ran into a gal, and she introduced her to Thieves line and just the household cleaning products. She said, just get rid of your household cleaning products. Just get rid of them. And her husband said, that we've tried everything. We're going to try it. They threw it all out and just brought Thieves in, the whole Thieves line, into their house. And about 30 days later, they get a call from the school, and they go, oh, here comes another one. And they said, what have you done? Have you changed your diet? What have you changed in your life? Because she is paying attention in school, she's not disruptive, there's no outbursts, just what is going on. So she told her that it was the household cleaning products switchover is the only thing that they've changed. And she said, we have 14 other families that we want you to visit with and help, because this is such a major problem. And so that's how she got our business started, and she's been helping families ever since, just by changing the cleaning products and getting rid of the toxins in the house. We got a health to break. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. 651-231, no, 661.
651-775-9194.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the program. This is Our Healthy Homes, ourhealthyhomes.com. We got to roll right in. We're doing the Thieves line today and going through that whole household cleaning products thing. What is Thieves? People say, what's Thieves? What does that mean? Thieves is a blend of herbs and spices that essential oils, and the name comes from the bubonic plague back in the 1400s, whenever it was. The plague was rampant, killing everybody in Europe, and some criminals had discovered that if they mixed some essential oils and applied it to themselves, they could go into a home had the plague in the home, right into the corpses, and they could steal and rob the home, pillage the home, take the gold out of their teeth, and they never got sick. And when they got caught, they said, I tell you what, we were going to execute you. You can have it quick and easy and painless, or you can have it slow and miserable and painful. If you give us the formula, we'll make it quick and easy. And that is where this is essentially that formula, and it's called Thieves in reference to the founders.
Right, supports the immune system. So back to dirty, toxic household cleaning products. Did you know that some ingredients that are found in cleaners may be linked to cancer, reproductive and developmental toxicity, allergens, irritations, burns, poisonings, all the things, right? So who needs that when you can have a natural cleaner that will work? Some chemicals accumulate in the body over time, which is what happened to me, and that impact may show up later, which it did for me. And nurses who use disinfectants, now that's a part of the world that has to remember when we used to take brisket to the hospital, it was always foam in, foam out after every room. I mean, I can't even imagine the amount that they use, and we had very little exposure with that. But nurses who use disinfectants to clean surfaces at least once a week had a 25 to 38% increased risk of developing lung disease. So you don't even need to smoke to do that, right? Back to the cigarette thing in the first segment. And we've mentioned this many times, but the indoor air is 5 to 7 times more polluted than the outdoor air, right? Because your cleaning products contain all those volatile VOCs, right, that come and expose into the air, and then you're breathing them. And the health problems from that can include damage to the liver, which was my issue, kidneys, the nervous system. And if we go into the nervous system, like that's a whole nother show, but the nervous system, that vagus nerve and that nervous system has so much to do with our society's mental health, anxiety, depression, and all of that, because the nervous systems are just so toxic. Okay, look up vagus nerve. Just look it up, and you'll be surprised. Let's see here: irritations, headaches, all of the things that the cleaners that you buy can do to your body, and people don't see the correlation. Like, they don't even think about it. They don't put that together. That it's their everyday cleaning products.
Right.
It's
supposed to clean.
Right. It's just something that's so simple to them that they don't put the two and two together.
But it's kind of funny, because you stop to think about it. How many people, when they're going to clean, they put gloves on?
Yeah.
But to protect their hands from the cleaner. Then they clean.
Right.
And then they put, even with dishes, and scrub the dishes and stuff. I mean, the ingredients that we had or the cleaners that we used at the restaurant, were highly caustic. So you had to be wearing protective gear on some of the things, and then you cook food and serve it. I mean, it's just crazy, but that's what the state requires. I mean, it's health department.
You're still eating it. You're still eating it because it's on your plates and all the things. So how do you know if your cleaning product is harmful? Read the label, number one. But be wary of products with these on the label. Directions that require a mask or ventilation is what we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Instructions for hazardous waste disposal.
Mm-hmm.
A combustible warning. An unscented or free and clear on the label. That is a trick that people get fooled by. They think that because it says unscented and free and clear that it's clean, and it's not. Okay, so pay attention to that.
What does free and clear mean?
Well, the unscented products can still contain or mask fragrances with toxic chemicals in it. So you're still getting it through that, even though it says unscented and free and clear. There's still chemicals in there.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Right.
What they've said, what they're saying is they didn't add something to cover it up.
Right. Yep. So you'll want to question these chemicals, which is triclosan. Let's see, phthalates, parabens, sodium lauryl sulfate, and that's the chemical that makes things foam. Let's see here. I don't know. I can't even say these. Some of these I can't even say.
What's bad about them? So what if it's got parabens in it? What's paraben? What's so bad about that?
Well, parabens are preservatives that commonly used to prevent the growth of bacteria and mold. So they're also
that sounds like a good thing.
But they're an endocrine disruptor and messes with your hormones and interferes with your reproductive organs. Okay. So again, you can send me a text, 651-775-9194. You can go on the website, contact me, and I can send you.
And you get a list. You get a list of these items,
right?
What they do and what harm they can cause.
And what book I'm reading from.
Okay.
And so this is how I love to share this workshop with people. So when you went back to the Thieves is an immune support product, right? So they thought, why don't we put that in cleaning products to support us while we're cleaning? So there's a whole line of Thieves cleaning products, and it actually works. Okay, so there's that. There is a video that I can send you, and it has a gal who puts raw chicken on the counter, does a 3M protein stick test, and then cleans it and then does it again, just to show us that it actually does clean. So
you're talking about disinfecting, but just a straight cleaning. Just a little story. I did with a household cleaner. So we used to own some barbecue restaurants, and I would always be bringing things home to repair. Parts from the smoker, whatnot. They're covered with soot and charcoal and just grease and icky, just like you wouldn't believe. So, and I have the cleaners, industrial cleaners, and they did the job. Well, then one time Sheila said, "Why don't you try the household cleaner?" I couldn't believe it. First of all, I was just kind of, okay, honey, and I'll give it a try, and it worked like magic. I mean, it worked better than the so-called heavy-duty industrial cleaners. I mean, it just worked like a champion on this thick, greasy metal that I could clean and wipe it up, and it'd be just like new.
And if you have a practice, chiropractors, daycare, those kind of things, we do have a MSDS sheet, which is what is required for you to be able to use the Thieves products and prove that it is just it's
just a different brand than other than
but I do have an MSD sheet. If you want to start bringing that into your practice, I would love to help you with that. So many, many, many uses for our Thieves cleaner, right? You just gave us the one with the Rack Shack racks, that came out of the smoker. Floors, windows, countertops, ovens, sinks, toilets, cabinets, pots and pans, showers, jewelry, toys. I love the toys because we have moms that give their children their very own little bottle of the cleaner, and they can clean their toys and their dinosaurs and all the things, and you don't have to worry about them, right, having any skin rashes or anything from it. And now you've learned, or you're teaching them to clean, right? And so stovetops, Oh, we've got some great videos on the oven cleaners and those kinds of things. And so once you get with us, right, we have an education Facebook group. You can ask questions. We've got all sorts of videos in there. So you're not going to be left alone, right, to figure these things out on little hacks and things like that. So in the workshop that we do, we always break this down. Okay. So we have a Thieves Household Cleaner Spray, and you take the concentrate. That's the word there, because people just use it straight, and then of course you waste it, right? Because it's a concentrate, so you need to dilute it.
Right.
So if you take the Thieves Household Cleaner bottle, which is $24, and you divide it by 28, because that's the amount of bottles you can get out of that concentrate. So the Thieves Cleaner is $24 divided by 28 is how much per bottle?
86 cents.
86 cents, and I give you the bottle.
That's a pretty good deal.
It is a pretty good deal. Is that worth it to save your health for, what was it, 87 cents?
Yep. We're going to talk about when we come back. When we come back,
we're going to keep going through and give you some more examples.
Cleaners, the Thieves product line, Our Healthy Homes, 651-775-9194.
There you go.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the program. This is Our Healthy Homes. The 4 pillars of a healthy homes, 651-775-9194. That's the number to call. Or go to ourhealthyhomes.com. Click on the events tab. There's lots of stuff going on there. We'd love to have you participate. Okay, we're picking it up. We're talking about the Thieves product line.
Yes, we are.
My favorite. Well, I've got a lot of favorites.
Yeah, you do. Well, we all do. So there's that. So yes, we gave an example of what that Thieves Household cost was. Okay.
87 cents.
Yes. Now we are going to go
cents.
to the dish soap. So we have liquid dish soap and we have dish tabs, right? So you don't have to worry about kids, kids got sick from those, whatever those tabs were. So the dish soap hack, it's a 12 ounce, all right, 12 fluid ounce container of dish soap. So if we divide that by 3, because you can take that 12 ounces and dilute it and get 3. So when we dilute it,
it's $5.
$5. Okay, so $5 for the dish soap to save your health. Is it worth it to you for $5 a bottle when you?
Well, you got to buy dish soap
when you do it, and you have to buy dish soap. Yes. So we do dilute it with some baking soda because we like to see bubbles as a society. So the baking soda gives us a little bit of a bubbly look. All right. Now the most common thing in the house is the foaming hand soap. All right. Everybody has foaming hand soap. Okay. So our foaming hand soap is $16 for one. Now that gets, people's eyebrows raised, right? I don't even know how much the Bed Bath & Beyonds are, but it doesn't matter. So $16 for one. You can take that one foaming hand soap and divide it and get 3 of those because it's so heavily concentrated. And you have the kids and you have the people in the home that just waste. So it'll still do the job by diluting it 3 times is how much?
$5.33.
$5.33. Okay, so I looked up Dove today. Okay. So Dove was $18 for a pack of 4. Okay. So that is $4.50.
All right.
So $4.50 for toxic hand soap, foaming hand soap, and ours was what?
I don't know. I raised it.
$5 or something, right? So And I bring that up because is it worth it to you?
It's worth 50 cents to not kill yourself.
Exactly. Like when you first initially look at $16 for a foaming hand soap. Well, again, I don't know what they are, the other stores, but it's dilutable, if you will. I don't know if that's a word, but you can dilute it and you can spread it and you can make it as inexpensive as you want. And again, the pack of Dove.
And that works great.
It's great. It is super great. Okay, so I cheat a little bit sometimes when the toilet just needs to be cleaned, right? I'll just squirt some of that foaming hand soap in there and I'll just take my brush, right? Because I don't want to go to the other room to get my kitchen and bath scrub and, let it soak for a few minutes and things like that when I just want to give it a fresh look. Okay, so now on to the kitchen and baths, or the fruit and veggie soak. We are all paying so much attention to the chemicals that are in our foods, right? The pesticides, herbicides, all of that our food is grown with. And there's all sorts of fruit and veggie washes in the store. But again, I invite you to look at those ingredients, because you're trying to change your way and do something that's good for the family by cleaning those. But now you're cleaning them with toxic chemicals, and you're still getting them in your system. So the Thieves Fruit and Veggie Soak, it needs very, 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 very little. Sometimes we've got a lot of hacks, and sometimes on the stubborn stains on the clothes, we'll take a little bit of fruit and veggie soak with a little bit of the dishwasher straight, and let it sit in there for a little bit. And again, I mentioned earlier, we have the dishwasher tabs that are all natural, so they're not going to, if the kids get a hold of it, you're not going to have to call 911. And so the kitchen and bath scrub is that's like your Comet, and that replacer.
I just want this one more point on the
Yeah.
on the veggie soak. We buy organic. If you're on the organic train, the natural train, you're
Yep.
buying organic vegetables, organic fruit. We'll buy its nature that has not been sprayed with anything.
Right.
So there are pests on there.
Parasites.
Parasites, all that stuff is on there. They haven't been sprayed with anything by definition. So to soak them then in a fruit and vegetable soak to get rid of all that and clean them, now you're eating clean food, really and truly clean food, organic and clean.
Yes. So we're in the bathroom with the foaming hand soap or the kitchen and bath scrub, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's turn and take a look at our toothpaste. So toothpaste, oh Lord, if you if you get into that rabbit hole of the ingredients in toothpaste,
Yeah.
it is amazingly horrible.
Well, and if you read the label on some toothpaste, they say do not swallow.
Right. Right, isn't that something?
That's
You're
crazy.
cleaning your teeth and your mouth, but don't swallow it.
Do not swallow.
Yes. So Young Living went as far as making a line of toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
We are big believers of
Brushing your teeth.
And all the things.
Yeah.
So we've got a Thieves toothpaste, and I have to say the Thieves mouthwash.
I love it.
Does take a little bit of getting used to, but it's
no
true.
worse than Listerine or something like
Well,
that.
it's way better than Listerine.
Yeah.
I mean, like Listerine to me burns
Yeah.
my mouth, right? Thieves is just a little potent with the clove, right?
Yeah.
But you need that. I mean,
Yeah.
what did dentists do years ago, right? They did clove,
Yeah.
right? And so I'm dealing with a little bit of a tooth issue, which I'm going to get corrected here. But the mouthwash has colloidal silver in it, and the mouthwash has truly been keeping that at bay.
Oh, really?
Until I can get in, because of course the holistic dentists are booked up, right? So yes, I said holistic dentist. All right, that's another topic.
I never had a cavity.
We should get him back on the show. So we are moving into the laundry room. So most people don't realize that dryer sheets are the number one most toxic thing in your home. You are drying your clothes, and all the chemicals from that dryer sheet is in your clothes, and then you're sweating, and it's in your lymphatic system and all the things. And I can smell it a mile away.
Skin is absorbing it.
I can smell it a mile away. So we take the wool dryer balls. I think they've gotten more common, over the last couple of years, and we put our essential oils on the dryer balls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's easy way to just remove those dryer sheets if you feel like you need a smell. Okay, Sheila, what about the static? Right? That's the other question I get. So you can take a little bit of aluminum foil and wrap it up and put it in a ball and stick it in there, and it'll take care of your
Gets rid of static electricity.
Yes. Yep, exactly. All right, so the Thieves laundry soap. Okay, when you see the bottle, right, you're thinking, wow, that's not a very big bottle. Okay, so one bottle, however, when you dilute it, will get you 64 loads. Now that's the other thing, is we're a society that more is better, right? Supersize me when we really don't need to, because this is a concentrate. So if you take a bottle of Thieves laundry detergents, that's $32.75, and you divide it by 3 because you're going to get 3 liters out of that when you dilute it. And so that is how much?
Divided by 3.
Yes, $32.75 divided by 3.
That's $10. $10.91.
Okay.
$10.92.
That is for a liter. So I had one gal, she said she has 2 kids, and she diluted it into 3 liters, and it lasted her 8 months, and she had 2 little kids. She's washing clothes all the time. Now, okay, to get even a bigger savings, if you take that same scenario and you are on Young Living's Loyalty Rewards, which is a monthly purchase, 50 or more, to earn 10% back for a few months, and then it grows to 20%, and then it grows to 25%, right? So if you're like us that order monthly, we order our supplements and our Ningxia and my Zing and all the things. If you take another 25% off of that, right, now that's even less. And you still, like you always say, you got to wash your clothes.
Right.
You got to do your dishes. So it really, really...
Now you're down to $8.19.
And I'm going to tell you, the tubs at the store are a lot more than that.
So,
and again, do you want to keep killing yourself, building up those toxins in the body, or are you ready for a change?
So the concentrate, that's $32.75.
Yes.
All right. Then take your 25%. That's $24.56. And
you notice I'm having the account.
And you say it does 60 loads, right?
64. 64 loads.
64?
64.
Okay, I thought you said 54.
64.
So I'm going to say 64.
Yep. If you can get your calculator to work here. 32.70. Okay.
That is, drum roll, 38 cents a load.
38 cents a load. Again, to save yourself, your kids, your pets.
Well, it's 38 cents a load. It's not even worth talking about.
Yeah. Well, it is worth talking about. That's the point.
Yeah.
Right? That is the point. More to come when we come back.
Okay, this is Our Healthy Homes. OurHealthyHomes.com. 651-775-9194 to reach the lovely and talented Sheila. She'll go through all this stuff. Give her a ring-a-ling-a-ling. She'll send this information out to you either in a PDF file or hard copy if you prefer. 651-775-9194. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to the final segment of Our Healthy Homes for this week. OurHealthyHomes.com. 651-775-9194. We're talking about the 4 pillars of a healthy home: the structure, the ecosystem, your body, and your emotional and spiritual well-being. Talking about your body this week, really. We're talking about getting clean
body, home, and body
without killing yourself.
Right. Yes. So back to the Young Living Thieves line. We've got hand sanitizers. I could go on forever about that. We've got diffusers. So people think that the diffuser is just a nice scent in the air.
Yeah, it smells good.
And so your air, we talked about earlier in the segment, is more toxic than the outside air. So the diffuser actually puts oxygen into the air.
Clean
and
the air.
Whatever oil you put in there then has its purposes. Do we need to calm down the children? Do I need to focus more to get something done today? So there's all sorts of reasons why we use certain oils in our diffusers. So when you contact me, the workbook that I'm going through with you is a great way for us to share with friends, and I bring you samples of things. And we actually, in this workshop class, we have you guys do the dilution on site so that you
see how easy it is.
You can scramble eggs, like whatever. You're cooking all the time. You mix up something. You can totally do this. And so a big announcement came this last weekend with the Young Living launch. Normally, new customers can get 10% off with a ShareYL promo code. Okay, well, up to that date till the 25th of this month, you get 15% off. Okay. I've never seen it. I've never seen 15% off for a new customer. So that's a ShareYL promo code that you would put in, and they're giving you one of the free dish soaps.
Oh, wow.
And me one. I mean, not that I need one because I have plenty at my house, but what a benefit, right? What a huge benefit. You get 15% off plus a free dish soap.
Nice.
Okay, so I want you to go to ourhealthyhomes.com, click on the shop now. If you get lost and you find Young Living on your own, just make sure the enroller and sponsor is me. You can just Google in there, contact Sheila Hittner. And so that 15% off is only until October 25th. And I have my own reasons for why I think they're doing that. They're changing over their bottle, but we are changing some of like the foaming hand soaps and the dish soaps and having a glass container with the kit because they want to start eliminating all of these plastics.
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, well, I have to dilute this now versus it just coming in a foaming hand soap or the dish, whatever, right? So they're giving you the nice glass container with it, so you just pour a half a cup in, or whatever it is,
mix it up,
right? And so some of the products now are coming in glass bottles because we can recycle the glass, but the plastics are really bad for us, and they're really
or just use it
hard. Yes, and just use it over. We can use it for many other make and takes and things like that. So the Make a Shift Happy Healthy Home Kit, retail value is $206.58. Your cost is $115. Then you take that 15% off. I don't know if you want to calculate that or not, Mr. Accountant. But that has Thieves Oil, 15 mil, lemon essential oil, which we use for many things, the Thieves Cleaner, the glass spray bottle, laundry detergent, kitchen and bath scrub, dish soap, and that is a great value at that. The Thieves Home Loyalty Bundle is retail value $223, your cost $170. Now that's got your Thieves oil, your lemon oil, your dish soap, your Thieves cleaner, foaming hand soap concentrate, kitchen and bath scrub, laundry detergent, the fruit and veggie soak, the wipes, and the dishwasher tabs. So still a great value at $170 when you think of how long that's going to last you. And
that's like a year's worth of stuff. And
add that 15% off, which is only until October 25th. And so I'm not the green personality, if you know what that is. I don't need to read the science. I don't need to take all that time and dig in there because I know the company. I've been to the farms, the regenerative farming. There is no toxic anything that they use in anything that they do. And so if you are that green personality that needs the references, that needs to see the studies on these products, these natural products working, that is also part of the book that I have, which has all the references in there.
And no other company has that, by the way.
Yeah, and we own all our own farms. The other essential oil companies don't. They might have one or two farms, but they don't own all their own farms. And the other thing that people don't realize is that one bottle of essential oil is FDA only regulates that 5% of that oil be pure, and then they can fill it with whatever they want. So if you're going to the store and you're getting an oil and you're not having a good experience with it, it's not pure because FDA only regulates that 5% of that bottle be pure, and they can put whatever they want in it.
It's like buying a lovely ring that's gold-plated versus a lovely ring that's solid gold.
Or what's the fake diamond?
Yeah, zirconium.
Yeah, right. Looks good, right? But it is not
real.
It is not real. Yes. And so we have a lot of education. We have a lot of ways to help you ditch and switch. We do have a younger generation that likes all those creamsicle smells and the ocean blue and like all of those types of smells, right? So Young Living has a whole simplified line, which is a Jacob and Kate. So Jacob is one of the boys, and his wife Kate. So they have now brought out all these pink champagne and orange dreamsicle essential oil blends so that when you put that in the diffuser, it smells like those candles that people love those scents, and it's easy, and you don't have to mix oils, and so it's really great for a busy mom, the young kids and whatnot. And so we have time to touch on a little bit. And I want to touch on the perfumes and colognes. One of the most toxic things that we as a society uses on our body. And so Young Living has an affiliate company called Wild Notes, WYLD, and it is the first of its kind non-toxic fragrances, right? Perfume and cologne. And so last weekend at the launch, they came out with 2 new scents. So now there's 7 perfume and
limited, though, I thought.
I'd have to check on that. And the Black Book, I think you would love. And so they are really trying to get to all generations, right? Because if we can start removing those toxic perfumes and colognes and Bed Bath and Beyonds and all those things from this younger generation, their bodies are going to fight less later on.
They're going to thank you.
Yes, they will thank you. So just reach out to me. I would love to send you this book. I would love to host a workshop hands-on for you and some friends. Your house, my house, doesn't matter. It's important, and I always look at it as you don't know what you don't know. I didn't know about the pack of cigarettes, right? The cleaning products is like smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. So I figure I didn't know, who else doesn't know? And we truly believe that getting the word out that's what our passion is to make the awareness. I can't force anybody to want to make a change, but once they hear the information and they want to make the change, I'm your biggest cheerleader and your biggest support person, because it changed our lives. It really, really, really did in so many ways. And we're here for you, right? Just like we are for the real estate side.
People ask all the time, why do you have all these events? Our friends say, you're crazy. You have all these events
they do.
At the mansion all the time. Why do you do that? And it's really all part of the whole, all-encompassing. Most of these things that we have at the house have nothing to do with Young Living.
Right.
They have to do with having a healthy home.
And that mental piece of it too, right? Getting community back together for these events.
Right. And creating the estate planning.
Right.
There's a piece that comes over with having your estate
so true.
Settled, organized, ready to go. No matter what your age, your kids are taken care of. Your families are taken care of. You're taken care of. It's not going to be chaos when you kick the bucket, and it is when, not if.
Right.
It's when you kick the bucket. It might be too soon from a car accident. It might be when you're 90 years old. But either way, you want to have that all settled up. That's part of the piece of having a healthy home. Clean products in the home is another thing. There's a piece beyond the health stuff and all of that. There's peace in knowing that you're doing the best thing that you can for your family,
and your pets.
Your pets. And if you just take a little time to learn about it, because it's not that difficult.
Nope.
It's pretty easy, actually, and it's fun to do. And you'll find that the community that you get involved in are passionate about it, and they share ideas, share recipes, share tips and tricks, and it's a lovely environment to be a part of. And that's why we do all these things at the mansion, to kind of bring that forward, and that's the whole point of this program, is to let people know what's available, what's out there, how easy it can be. If you just call 651-775-9194, talk to the lovely and talented Sheila. She'll get you pointed in the right direction, get you signed up. You can come in and make a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Or paint a picture. That's it for this week. This is Our Healthy Homes. Our Healthy Homes, the 4 pillars of a healthy home. 651-775-9194. And we'll see you next week.
But when he calls me sugar, I love that man with all my might. Sugar in the morning, sugar in the afternoon. Sugar after dinner, sugar in every room. it does things to me. I tell him, honey, you can call me sugar.